Hello and welcome to Present Times on Linux. Today we're going to have a look at a friend of mine's distro. It's based on Arch and it uses a Deepin Desktop and it's called Archdeepin. I'll give all the links and that below in the description, as I usually do. Okay, I'm going to be running it in a virtual machine using VirtualBox, and I have given it 4 gigs of RAM. And I got up the video memory, which I'll do in a moment. Gotta have 18 gig of hard disk space apparently. So okay, before we go further, I do want to set something up, because I normally set it up for like 2 CPU cores, which I will do now. And under acceleration I will be using the KVM, and for the display we will up the video memory, and we will choose its ISO, and we will kick things off. Okay, we'll start the proceedings here. Okay, we have boot Arch, we have boot existing OS, run the mem test, hardware information, reboot or power off. So we'll boot into Arch, and what I'll do here is I'll make it full screen. And hopefully we'll have guest editions installed. We will see. Okay, we've got a little friendly reminder that we're running in a virtual machine. Do I want the effects or common? I will go for common for the virtual machine because it'll be a bit more snappy, at least I'm hoping. And we do have guest editions installed. And we have a beautiful looking wallpaper there of a hummingbird. Okay, so we'll go straight to the install. Did I click on that? Just wait for a second for everything to catch up, I think, in the background. And the install has come up, and it looks like an Encurse is installed, and it's asking me for my language. English will be correct. Chicken installed root. Okay, let's prepare the installation. Set virtual console. So we will set down the virtual console here. Which probably means keyboard layout more than anything from what I can see. What type of keyboard? Okay, set desktop keyboard layout. And we need RGB. GB English. That's the one. This devices. Let's partition the disk. I'll auto partition, but we have a choice of G-parted, parted, CF disk, CG disk, which I can't remember saying, FD disk and GD disk. Okay, we'll just let it auto partition, and it's going to give me the full 18 gig on the one thingy. I won't do logical. We'll make the partition of HDA1 as an ext4. The mount is successful. There is no SOT file, and go back, and now we install the base. It says install base, and I will say yes please. And as you can see, there's no progress bar, but it is scrolling up the screen like a good one. So while that's doing that, let me just resize. I will be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. That didn't take too long at all, about 3 minutes or somewhere around there, 4 minutes. And now we're on to the next part of the install, which is the making it. A CPO file. Oops, best if I tick inside the box there. There we go. So I'll let it run through this. Shouldn't take too long building that. Each part of the setup has to be done in order, you see. Oh, I didn't tell you that the ISO was actually about 1.3 gigabytes. It was not a very large ISO whatsoever, so I'll be interested to see what it's on. We go to bootloader and say give me a choice of either Grub 2 or Sys Linux. I will be having Grub 2. Is it install Grub on the same device, hard drive as root? Yes please. And we please wait while Grub is being installed. This is always an now byte on any OS. And that is done. Okay, we have to configure the base. Now general FS tab. And it's asking us what type of FS tab we would like. We could have a def partition code, label, user defined or UID part UID, unique code. I will choose number 3 for that one. Set up a host name. Host name will be Archdeepin. For today, set the time zone, and I want Europe, and I want London, which is like 3 presses on L. Get me there. Yes. Set hardware clock to UTC. It is. Set system locale. GBEN. We'll have a look. No. Or is it ENGB even? ENGB found. I was going the wrong way round, Ali. That'll be the idea. Okay, so I'll press enter on that. Okay, now it's asking me to set the root password, which I will do. And re-enter it, of course. Now I'm going to add new users, which will be me. And the password for me. Okay, setting up users and groups. That's that done. I don't need to review the file, so I'll just click done. It's optional anyway. And close installer, yes. Okay, and enter to exit the terminal. Okay, I will need to go full screen again because I need to get to the power button, which is down here on the taskbar. And I am going to shut it down because I need to remove the ISO afterwards. As I found out with some Arch machines, it doesn't actually allow me to remove the ISO for whatever reason. So we'll remove that over here. Remove disk. And we'll boot it now into its first install, providing everything has gone well. Okay, it's loading run disk. Okay, that didn't take too long at all. I am at the login screen, so I will log in. And another friendly reminder that we are in a virtual machine. Okay. First impression is very nice. It's exactly the same screen as I had before under the guest account or thingy. But I do see that I have the install Deepin. Is it still? Oops. Is it still working? That's the question. Does it work still? And if so, it shouldn't. I will be cancelling it anyway if it does come up. Nope. So I should be able just to delete the icon. Not good to install a machine and it could just eat itself. Okay, we have a search at the top and we have our places here for including the manual, but close to I assume opens up. It does. It opens up the DB file manager to whichever folder you select there. So there are shortcuts to your file manager and your places on the right hand side. We have the time and date. We have settings and we have shutdown. We have everything listed here. If we scroll down, and underneath that we have categories. So we'll have a look at the categories and we'll go into internet, and under internet we have the Avani VNC web service browser, and we have Chromium. We'll have a look at Chromium. Chromium being a web browser based on Chrome, it's the open source version, I believe. No, I don't wish to sign in, but thank you for the offer anyway. Let's make this a bit wider. There we go. Well, let's see what version of Chromium we are on. And there's the about Chromium there. And it's version 70.0.3538.67. It's an official build for Arch. We'll go back to the launcher, categories, and we'll have a look under music. And we have the pulse audio volume control, nothing else there. Pulse audio volume control is the same on most distros. And you see it's got port for analog there. I have no input devices, although it does say microphone one there. I don't think it's actually picking up microphone because I didn't ask the audio to go two-way with the microphone. Okay, also under categories we have video. Now under video, strangely enough, we got Deepin Music. Deepin Music, I assume, should be in the music folder, which I assume can be edited somewhere. Deepin Music is the built-in music player for Deepin, one of Deepin's own applications. I'm not quite sure what that icon is there. It is the about. Okay, it's what I want, and it's version 3.1. And it does do things like add folders and sort your tunes out for you. And I want it to exit, and just don't bother asking me, just exit. Thank you. Okay, also under categories of video, we have the screen recorder, a bit like the simple screen recorder I'm using today. I normally use Voco Screen, but today I decided to use simple screen recorder. We have the voice recorder, does exactly what it says in the box. It records your voice. We have the Qt Video for Linux 2 test utility for testing your webcam and other video sources. And we have the MPV video player. MPV's, I believe it's GNOME's, I could be wrong, movie player, which literally does nothing apart from drag files here. Oops, I made it full screen by double clicking it. But it's just a simple video player, plays your movies. Okay, I think that was under videos, all done. Yeah, we are done with videos today. Okay, let's have a look under graphics. Graphics, we have the Deepin screenshot. Our screenshot taker, of course, for taking shots of the screen and possibly single applications for educational purposes or any other kind of purposes you wish to have. We have the Deepin image viewer, which is probably a simple photo viewer. It is. And we'll see if that is around the same mark. It is, what, version 1.2 from the Deepin. Deepin really is a really gorgeous looking desktop, I'll give it that. Also on the graphics, we have Deepin Draw, which opens to a massive size but allows you to draw stuff on the screen and import photographs, etc. And the version of this is 1.0, so this is made its first stable release point, as I call it. Okay, also under graphics, which is where I am at, we have the Deepin Picker, which is a colour picker. We can choose any colour you wish. So, just as that, as you can see, it's copied that colour to clipboard. Really nice little utility. You can paste it in things like GIMP and all that kind of business. Okay, that was for graphics. We'll go to Office. We have a Deepin manual and we have a Deepin editor. The Deepin manual is probably a little manual to see how it all works. It is. You can click on any icon here to see different parts of the Deepin ecosystem. Tells you the guide. Yeah, really nice little guide. As a little tutorial if you're unsure how to use some of the built-in Deepin applications. And also on the office I noticed we have Deepin Editor. Deepin Editor being a small text editor. Sorry about the little screen garbage that happened there. And we'll go about. And it is 1.2.2. And it's just simple text editor with line numbering I noticed. So that's cool. Okay, well, we use Office. Let's have a look in the old development tools. We have Qt Assistant, Qt Designer, Qt Linguist, and Qt Debus Viewer. We'll go back. On the system, we have a few system tools here. We have the Deepin File Manager. The File Manager is the integral part. As you can see, it's really quite nice and beautiful. And it's 1.8.2. Of course, you can connect to LAN, probably SMB and others. It's saying I'm using 4 18 gig there, so it'll install inside 4 gigabytes of RAM. Very cool. I'm sorry, not 4 gigabytes of RAM. You can slap me up the face right now for that. Idiocy. It could take up 4 gigs of hard disk space. You could take 4 gigs on your hard disk. Okay, back to we have a text editor. I'm unsure which text editor this is. Let's go to the about here. Oh, it's gedit, which is a GNOME editor. Gedit or gedit, whatever you like to pronounce it. I don't care. Everybody pronounces stuff in Linux the way they want to pronounce stuff in Linux. I mean, I called Linux for so long. Anyway, we have the Deepin terminal. Deepin terminal is really a nice looking terminal, and it looks like it has NeoFetch installed. And there's my video box, my virtual box. 648 in Pacman it says here. While we'll do that, I think that's the right, is it SYU? Okay, let's put in my password there. Let's synchronize. Okay, it says it's system starting for upgrade. There's nothing to do. I did notice core is up to date, extra is up to date, 0%, but it did bring in some multi-lib business. Multi-lib being 32-bit compatibility layer somewhere. Anyway, I'll exit out of that. Oh, while I'm out, you can see up here it's actually kernel, if it allows me to highlight, yep, it does. Kernel 4.18.14 is using, and the D is Deepin, bash 4.423, very good, and the memory 485 megabytes it looks like. I wonder if we have htop installed. We do not have htop installed. Can I install htop? Okay, Pacman. Dash. No. Yeah, dash S, isn't it? Htop. Cannot perform this operation unless you are root. Oh, of course I can't. Silly me. Oops. I can't type either, and it's not for target. It cannot find htop in the repo. Now, Arch does have, I'm assuming, htop somewhere. I will have to look into that. Maybe I am doing something wrong. I'm not an Arch user. I've hardly ever used it, to be fair, and I thought that was the command off the top of my head, but I could be wrong. I should learn things before doing things, don't you think? We'll see what else is available. There should be a come down to system monitor here anyway. We have the Deepin bootmaker for USB boots. We have Deepin clone, which I assume is like a backup program to clone your desktop. We have computer. We have show desktop, trash of course. We have a control center. The control center is really nice. It brings these categories up here, and we can go from accounts, display, default apps, and so on and so forth, networking. system information, keyboard language, all that kind of thing. We also have the weather here, but I'm not quite sure. It's brought up Southampton, which is about 8 miles away from me, 10 miles away across the water, so now it's saying it's raining there, but we have no rain here where I am sitting. We also have a volume control down here, which is rather cool, with a little sound. I don't know if you heard that, there's a little ding as I've done that, and that was copied to clipboard. I can clear that now, save some RAM. What else do we have? We have the Deepin Desktop, which we have seen. We have seen Deepin Picker, Draw, and we're going back to System. Just wondering why those are up for a minute. We have the multitask view, which is our multiple desktops, I assume. We have the System Monitor. Let's bring up System Monitor. Okay, according to this, there's 111 processes running on one application, which is System One itself. It's running 741 megabytes according to this. So it's not the lightest of desktops. We knew this anyway. Plus it was the resource meter as well, so there will be a discrepancy. Also in the system, we have the calendar and the calculator. The calculator seems to be a pretty simple one, and we can have it under a dark theme like so, which is quite nice. Not quite sure what these two buttons are here, as they just seem to bring up squares. It's probably a font thing. Oh no, it could be either the plus or the minus, so we'll find out where this is. That will be the minus key, and I assume, yeah, that's the plus key. So minus key, plus key, but it hasn't come up on the screen there. Oh, cool. Okay, we have calculator. We have the archive manager, of course, for our zips and so on files. We have the SSH browser server, or server browser rather, Zeroconf server browser. We have disks for partitioning and so on. We have system profiler and desk mark, and we have a dconf editor. So that's all that's installed in Deepin. Down here we have show desktop, multitask view, file manager, music. We have the movie, Chromium of course, and the terminal, and we have the control center, which brings up the right hand side there. And the taskbar, we have the column volume, of course, networking, battery which is charged, and the shutdown, of course, a clock with a nice little calendar when tapped on it. I'll have a look about that. It will just be the Deepin calendar 1.1. It's very nice. It's very nice indeed. There is no GUI for the apps. There is no app store as to what I could find. I think I've been through everywhere. Let me have a look here. No, there is no app store, unless I'm missing something pretty obvious. So there's no GUI, which is a shame. No GUI to install apps like Octopi or something similar. Excuse me, just having a sip of my coffee. Anyway, that's a quick overview of Deepin for now. I will be returning to this. It's a beautiful looking desktop. He has done really well, and I know the hard work he put into it. Chatting on Discord with the guy, he really did put a lot of hard work. So anyway, that's my quick overlook of Arch Deepin by Antech. You can catch him on most YouTube days, and in Discord and so on. I will give as I said, I will give the links below to how you can access this by mega downloads, which he uses on his website and so on. So I hope you've enjoyed this little look. If you did, put your thumbs up. If you didn't, you can always put your thumbs down. I am all good. I'm open to criticism. Leave your comments in the below, as you would. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. I'm also on Patreon. You'll find me there on patreon.com / what am I saying for? There's only a slash. We know. Present arms. One word. So anyway, have a very good day. And we'll see you soon. For now, I will shut down Deepin. And it did close very quickly. Have a very good day.